Do you enjoy your job? Do you expect to enjoy your job? Because according to some new research from LinkedIn, a whopping 85% of Australians don't. Only 15% say that they feel passionate about the work that they do, and nearly half of Gen Z are already looking for something new. So what is going on here? Are our expectations out of whack? Or are our workplaces just not delivering? And more importantly, if you are feeling stuck, if you're frustrated, if you are totally over it, what can you actually do about it? Jane Jackson is a career management coach and the author of Navigating Career Crossroads. Good afternoon, Jane.
Well, hello, Jess. Thanks for having me on again.
Why do you think so many people feel disconnected or unhappy in their jobs right now?
I mean, there's so many different reasons. With the clients that I've been working with most recently, the concerns are there have been so many redundancies that they're worried about leaving a job that they're in now in case it's very hard to land the next role. And so they're sticking at it. And the problem is there's so many different things that can make you feel unhappy in a role. And I've noticed after COVID, the search for meaning and purposeful work is so much stronger. But one of the number one reasons why people feel disengaged at work is because of a lack of recognition. And when you don't get that recognition, then you think, well, I'm working so hard. I want to get ahead. No one notices me. What can I do? And they get frustrated. And I think it's almost like, it's a circle. It's like a catch-22 situation. Their leaders, their managers may be worried about their own roles as well, and therefore focused on what they can do to ensure that they're stable in their roles. Therefore, they aren't so focused on building up their own team, and then the team feel that lack of recognition and then get more frustrated. So it just keeps self-perpetuating in a way.
That's interesting. So there can be a link between unhappy or unfulfilled management and the people that they're meant to look after also feeling that way.
Oh, absolutely. It comes down from the top, because if you've got inspiring leadership, then you feel seen, you felt heard, and there's someone who's like maybe mentoring you and helping you to progress in your careers. But the number one reason why people state during exit interviews why they leave a role is because of a lack of appreciation or recognition, because you need to be seen. Everyone wants to have their existence validated. And if you're going to spend over 90,000 hours of your life on average working, you need to know that it's got some purpose and meaning, and someone really does appreciate what you're doing. You need to know what your own purpose is and why you are in a role, as well as just performing the day-to-day.
What is the difference between a job that is boring and one that's actually really wrong for you?
One that's wrong for you is going to make you feel so unhappy every single morning when you go to work. In fact, I was in a role like that once, and I found that I would be anxious in the evening before, and in the morning I'd feel a little bit tearful heading off to work, knowing that the environment was wrong for me. The values were in misalignment, and that made me really unhappy, and that was wrong. But then being bored in a role is probably because you're doing repetitive work, you're not feeling stretched, there's no challenge, but there's nothing in misalignment with regard to your values. It's just that you're not stretching and growing. So that really is the change. If you're in a role that's wrong for you, and especially if the environment makes you feel unhappy, or maybe there's a lot of office politics, or the culture is a little bit toxic. I come across clients who feel that they've been bullied quite a lot, and if you can't change that environment, you need to get out for your own sanity and mental health.
That's so interesting. So values and identity, they play a really big role in career satisfaction. Okay, so if you're someone who is really questioning things then, like, does this job that I'm doing align with my values? I am deeply unhappy. You're miserable, but you can't afford to quit. What are some practical steps you could take?
This is really interesting because at the moment, because the job market is quite tight, don't go jumping ship simply because you get a bit cheesed off with someone one day. Hang on there and analyze exactly what is it that's happened. What is it about the role that you don't like? Because very often we focus on the little thing that's niggling and annoying, but the big things are okay. So think about what's most important to you. Know what your values are. Okay, so you'll be able to identify which of your values are met at work with the people that you work with and the corporate culture and which aren't. Then you need to analyze what is it that satisfies me about a role. So it could be the industry, the size of company, long or short commute, whether you work in an individual office or in an open plan environment, whether you've got the view of the harbour bridge. I mean, everyone's got different preferences. Yes? Think about what is it that makes me feel satisfied. Is it having a hands-on manager who's guiding me? Is it working in a large team where we're all having fun or not? Do you prefer, to work in front of a computer and not have to interact with different people? So think about your satisfiers and your dissatisfiers, and then think about your skills and knowledge and the skills that you know that you're really good at and you love using. Are you using them as much as you would like? So combine the values, your satisfiers, and also your skills. You'll be able to think, okay, I'm ticking the boxes with some of these things, but these other things, it's bothering me. But how important are the things that are bothering you compared with the pluses? So, for example, say if you think, I'm earning decent money, but I really don't like the environment so much, or I'm bored, but you've got a big mortgage, then the money at this point in time is going to be the driving factor. So if you think, yes, I'm earning good money, so that ticks a very important box for me, but I'm not happy because I don't like the way my manager speaks to me, for example, then you think, okay, that's something I can actually do something about. Then you've got to strategize how you're going to speak with your manager.
I have to ask, Jane, do you think that people are expecting more from their jobs than previous generations ever did? Is the very idea of job satisfaction a bit of a modern invention?
Oh, it's changed so much, going through the different generations, when you think about baby boomers and Gen X and then the Millennials and then Gen Z, everyone I've noticed seems to have, as a whole, the expectations have changed a lot. I'm a baby boomer, and so it's working hard, career advancement, that's very important to that generation. Recognition is very important. But also, you think if there was job security, you work hard, you keep your head down, you get tenure, and then you retire. And so it's almost like a job for life. There's no such thing as a job for life anymore. And so that makes Gen X feel a little less secure in that environment because redundancies are rife. Every industry goes through organizational change. And what really is important to, say, Gen X, because the Gen X is now about 45 to 60 years old, they like their independence, they like work-life balance as well, and they like roles that offer a lot of autonomy in how to do things efficiently. And the way they communicate, they're quite direct. But then when you think about millennials, what tends to drive them more, and they're very technologically savvy as well, but they're seeking more meaningful work that needs to align with their values. They tend to want a lot more flexibility as well, and they're very aware of that option for remote work and innovation and creation. So that kind of drives them a lot.
Jane Jackson, career management coach and the author of Navigating Career Crossroads. Thank you for your insights on what to do if you are not enjoying your work. I get to enjoy my work because I get to talk to people like you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jess.
Coming up after the 3:30 news headlines,